Welcome to Big Daddy Sports. I'm your host, Big Daddy.
LB Jenkins.
And we're back once again talking about the hot topics and the goings-ons in sports. Let's jump right in. Can the winner of the Cowboys versus the Eagles salvage their season?
No. What season? There is no season. They both suck. We might be able to save some jobs. As far as Andy Reid is concerned. Jason Garrett, you're gone. Jerry Jones already said that Romo's going to be his quarterback for right now. We don't know how Vic's future is in the Eagles right now. Andy Reid might be able to save his job. Guess what? Both seasons are over, though. Neither one of the teams is about to make it to the playoffs right now. Game over.
Andy Reid, if he don't get to the playoffs, is fired. The owners made that clear. Michael Vick, I'm not so sure, because the question then becomes, is Nick Foles really better, or are you going to draft a quarterback and start all the way over? But I do think you can salvage your season. You got to understand, last year, the Giants were 9-7. Just 9-7. And I mean, if one of these teams have the talent to get hot, now, don't ask me why they haven't done it yet. But the talent is there.
Well, let's look at the NFC right now. We got Chicago and Green Bay. So both of those teams are gonna make the playoffs. So that's one wild spot gone. New York gonna take this division.
Maybe. Wait.
We got 49ers and Seattle looking like they're going to
Have New York definitively looked great consistently? No. They've been inconsistent all year, and they've been inconsistent in some of their wins as well. So with that being the case,
and that has happened 2 times before, and both those times their inconsistency got together at the end of the season and they won Super Bowls. See, my thing with New York, it's unexcusable to be inconsistent. You want to be consistent throughout the whole season, you're going to have your hiccups, but at the same time, New York has proven with the same coach, with the same quarterback, that they can do it.
Yeah, and that pass rush is getting old. They almost blew 24-0 against Dallas. Dez Bryant keeps his hand in 6 inches. This whole conversation is different. This whole conversation is
Dallas
different.
has one more win, and New York has one more loss, but still the best team in that division.
The best team in the NFC East might not be saying a lot. Should Mike Shanahan have been let go due to his "we're looking to next season" comments?
No, it needs to be addressed, though.
He should have been fired on the spot.
It needs to be addressed.
No.
Well, I think he should be fired at the end of the season. Our thing is...
No, he should have been fired Sunday night. You can't come out and your team's 3-5 and still fighting for it, basically second in their division. And if you get hot, can do something. All your wide receivers are hurt. Defense is struggling. The team's still playing hard. And you're talking about next year. Fired on the spot. Him, his son, his grandkids, or whoever else he got on that staff should have been let go. That's unexcusable. What kind of leader is that? We're looking to next year. Who told him he was going to be there next year? What? No. I'm sorry. Mike Shanahan got the GM he want. He got his son calling the play. He got everything gravy for him. And that's great. But you can't throw in the season of week 8 games in.
That's disdain for Mike Shanahan. You can't.
No, I don't like Mike. I don't. I'll be honest with you. Some of Mike's ways get on my nerves. The way he treated Donovan McNabb made it even worse. I'm just saying. Now, with this team, how you in that locker room taking him seriously the rest of the year?
No, I agree with that.
If I'm London Fletcher, what is my motivation to go play?
Well, what effort am I giving?
And you're basically saying I'm gonna start the young players to see what we got to see. And we're in week 8, and we're not 1-7. You might can think it maybe. The Carolina Panthers are thinking about next year, but Ron Rivera's not dumb enough to come out and be like, "Oh, we're looking at the players for next year." You can't say it.
There's an arrogance to be like, "Oh, all right, my management team is gonna be like okay with me messing up the rest of the season." That is an arrogant statement to say. It doesn't.
And then you try to backtrack and lie and say that's not what I meant. See, the level of arrogance that comes out of Shanahan is inexcusable. He needs to go. He just needs to go. I'm sorry. No. I can't deal with that. Speaking of arrogant coaches, got to give him some props. How much credit does Greg Schiano get for Tampa Bay trying to get it together?
Oh, he gets all the credit. Raheem DeMar-Warris in the first year, that team was 10-6 first team. But then the second season, so the team, you can tell everyone said they didn't want to play for him. You got fighting with the quarterback, fighting with defensive players.
Did you hear the quotes of the players when Raheem Morris got let go? Raheem Morris used to coach a veteran team. What that mean is them kids didn't want to be held accountable.
Mike Singletary. Yeah, Mike Singletary.
The same problem Mike had. Oh, they don't want to be told they're messing up. The reason why they play well for Jim Harbaugh is because Jim Harbaugh, he's Joe Osteen. Everything happy. Everything's good. There's no problem. Look, Raheem Morris holds you accountable. Shiano holds you accountable, but in a rah-rah way. You know, in college, we're going to run laps way off of... No. And it's working right now. And the biggest difference I'm seeing, Muscle Hamster, Martin, your boy, LeGarrette Blount, they tried to give him a chance Sunday. He just fumbles the football. He's not going to be in the league long like that. He got to shore that up. And Vincent Jackson has gave that offense a vertical threat that it didn't have before. Defense to me is still, but I give Shiano credit for giving them an attitude.
I give him credit for, he was talked about when, all right, my defense is going to try to get the ball when the other team put in a victory formation.
Because it was stupid.
But look, he stuck to his guns and he's still doing it. So
I said, I don't like the dude, but the team is taking this attitude. You know, and all of them are young, so they want that college rah-rah, all that garbage. They can do this. We'll see how many playoff games they win, but I have to give them credit for the improvement. Should Sean Payton go back to New Orleans? With all the money that's on the table, and everybody, can you imagine how much money Cleveland is going to put on the table to say come? How much money Dallas is going to put on the table? Maybe even San Diego or Philadelphia? Look, I would wait. There's no way I'd negotiate with the Saints right now. I'd hold off and see
what happens to loyalty. New Orleans, is going to pay.
I'm loyal to my paycheck.
New Orleans, you act like New Orleans ain't going to pay. All right, New Orleans is going to pay.
Compared to what? Look, San Diego may offer him $8 million a year.
You have a management team and an owner that respects. You have a quarterback who would change to the position of running back for you.
Wait, what if San Diego offers him GM responsibilities too? You get to pick the groceries and coach the players because they know they ain't keeping AJ Smith. All I'm saying, I'm not saying leave San Diego. Saints fans, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is don't negotiate right now. Wait till the end of the season to see what everybody brings to the table. That just makes business sense.
Look, technically, you suspended. You shouldn't be negotiating anyway.
They said he could negotiate. I just wouldn't do it. Look, you've already proven to the Saints what you're worth because the team has fallen apart. But then when somebody else comes to the table and is offering more money, all the leverage is in Sean Payton's hand. I'm in no rush to make this happen. If it's me, I sit back. There's something to be said for loyalty. I'm not knocking it. But there's something also to be said for business common sense. Next up, at the halfway point, who's your MVP?
Peyton Manning. Peyton won. He was MVP of the Colts and he didn't play last year because they went 2-14 without him. Then we got an 8-8, no disrespect Tebow, 8-8 team that's now struggled a bit at the beginning, but he's getting it together. He's coming out strong in the first half now. Peyton Manning is the MVP.
You know, it's hard to argue against the Peyton Manning thing. But I'm going to have to go to Atlanta and at least discuss Matt Ryan because they're undefeated. Now, he's not always played as good as Peyton, but what he's done is in clutch moments, i.e. the Carolina game when they're on their own 3, he finds a way to make a play. I'm not saying he's elite or none of that, but based off the season we're having right now, I'm going to give the nod to the guy who has an undefeated team.
Okay. Well, based off the season we're at right now. At first, I wanted to go to Matt Ryan and go to undefeated, but based off the season right now, Peyton Manning's stats are still better, even with more losses. Still better.
Yeah, that's because they fall behind early because of Peyton Manning. Let's be fair.
Well, I think the play calling too. They try. Look,
but he's responsible for the play calling too. Well, so that's still on him.
He's responsible for audible. But look, they having this. Oh, we gonna run first. That's not Peyton's offense. They had us run first. Until the last couple of weeks, they've been like, we're going to run first half, and then we'll have Peyton Manning drive us back. When it should be, let Peyton go up, then let the running game finish out there.
Look, like I said, Peyton, nobody thought he looked this good this soon. But I got to give it to the guy who's undefeated. Next up, Rookie of the Year. Halfway point, Rookie of the Year.
RG3.
Are you serious?
RG3.
Did you see how he looked against the Steelers?
Oh, yeah. All right, but yo,
it's the Steelers. I know. I'm just saying.
Rookie against the Steelers. All right.
Look, RG3 has looked great. He's looked dynamic. But the Rookie of the Year at the halfway point is Andrew Luck. Okay. I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
First of all, his team last year went 2-14. They're already 5-3, and the only noticeable change is Andrew Luck. The talent on the team is exactly the same. The quarterback changed. Secondly, that 2,404 passing yards he has through 8 games is an NFL record. We wanted to know what he was going to do after Cam Newton set it on fire. He's going to break Cam's record on the pace he's on. I'm just telling you, this team could possibly be in the playoff at 5-3.
Okay.
So when you look at Andrew Luck and see what happens is, I'm going to tell you why people get on the RG3 bandwagon. Boxing analogy. RG3 is Tyson. He's dynamic. He jumps off the screen when you see him. Andrew Luck is Lennox Lewis. He's steady, ain't nothing pretty, but he wins. And I'm telling you, Andrew Luck is right now the rookie of the year in the National Football League. When you look at the wins, when you look at the throws that he's making, the consistency, it's Andrew Luck.
Okay.
RG3 is more dynamic.
Wow. RG3's making these throws. If you put all of Washington's receivers together, they don't equal to Reggie Wayne. All right. Now, you got rookies. Hold up. We got Washington.
You gonna blame Andrew Luck because Shanahan can't pick players. You can't do it.
I'm saying
you can't do it.
Andrew Luck got 2 more touchdowns and 500 more yards, which Reggie Wayne one game pretty much gave him all those yards. All that. RG3 at this point is behind him. A little behind.
What about we always talk about RG3 dynamic running. What about the first downs that Andrew Luck is running for that nobody's talking about? He's making plays with his feet too.
That Cole was making plays with his feet. Now, look, it's expected of a quarterback to do a little bit of running. It's expected. Not everybody's Michael Vick, not everyone's Cam Newton, but it's expected. Do a little Cupid shuffle and get your butt to the first down.
You expect Peyton Manning and Tom Brady to do a little bit of running?
They old. I expected Kurt Warner to do some running.
But you said no.
Look. And when you prove yourself, you earn the right not to run. My thing is, RG3 has done a lot with less. And we got another half of the season to see. Andrew Luck looks great, but I'm seeing RG3 do almost the same thing with less. And let's be real, if Santana Moss will catch some passes, if these other guys will catch some passes.
Santana Moss ain't Reggie Wayne, but he's not a scrub. Fred Davis got hurt, but he can ball at the tight end position. Shanahan can pick a running back out of a high school and make it work. I give him that. The dude can find a runner.
Okay. And then the issues on defense. We got injuries on defense that RG3's done his job in defense.
Talk about Indianapolis defense is garbage too. So no, you can't give me that one.
No, but my thing is he's done a lot more with less.
It's not as pretty. It doesn't jump off the screen the same way sometimes. But Andrew Luck is steady as it go. Rookie of the year. Defensive player of the year. Who you got?
J.J. Watt.
You know, it's hard to argue with J.J. Watt, but I'm going to argue it. It's Peanut Tillman. Peanut Tillman plays a tougher position. And how many turnovers have we personally seen him create this year?
Against Detroit.
No. All season long.
Look,
he's running around, he's punching that football. Look.
He a bully. He finding that fool that's gonna be like you, and he picks on that one fool all game. Alright, now I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that, but
Peanut Tillman is defensive player of the year.
Look,
did you see how he covered Calvin Johnson? Calvin Johnson was not relevant in that game. Megatron is the best wide receiver in the league, and Peanut Tillman said, "I'll have none of it."
Look,
Peanut Tillman, they play Green Bay, they play Detroit, they play Minnesota. They see some receivers and he locks them down. This year, Peanut Tillman so far is defensive player of the year.
J.J. Watt, look, this man.
I'm not knocking J.J. Watt. The tip passes thing is great.
Wait, this man on the line. There's so much confusion on line. Everything's going on, but yet has an eye to see the quarterback and block the ball. This man's getting sacked and leading the league in sacks right now.
I'm not mad at J.J. Watt. I'm just saying Peanut Tillman's position is more difficult, and he's playing it at a supremely high level.
I ain't taking nothing away from him. J.J. Watt is doing more for that defense.
That defense got talent on all levels. On all levels, that defense has
Chicago,
talent.
Chicago don't have no.
That's true. I'm just. But if you're gonna tell me that it's between a great defensive tackle and a great corner, I'm gonna take the great corner. Playing cornerback in the National Football League with the rules the way they are is hard. If a Peanut Tillman to be having a year he is, I'm going with Peanut Tillman.
Hold up. And Dominic Sue, fairly. Now, you look at that line. That line still has to do their job. No matter what the coverage do, they got to do their job. J.J. Watt. The reason why Tillman can do his job is because the defensive line and Peppers and Briggs.
So what about when they
creates pressure?
Wait, what about when they don't do their job and he don't intercept the ball and there's a catch made by somebody else's player and he comes up and make a play? Is that on them too, or is that Peanut Tillman making a play?
That's coaching. No, look, defensively, the whole league should follow Chicago. Wrap up the guy, knock the ball out of his hand. That's common sense. I like it. That's probably why I love you. Still has a job. Wrap him up, knock the ball out of the hands. Every single defense should be practicing this.
But they don't, and he's the best at it. Give him some love.
Urlacher can knock out balls too. Urlacher should go defensive player of the year. Look, man.
Shut up. Next up, picks. He tied last week, but he still ain't winning. Here we go. Indianapolis at Jacksonville.
Your boy Andrew Luck will beat the beaten playing Gabbard. Playing Gabbard injured games beaten. Defeated.
These Thursday night games is hard on the road team. Hey, we in Jacksonville. I want to put Jacksonville, but look. And the last time they played, remember Blaine Gabbert made the one great play he's made all season. That throw. So,
as I mentioned earlier, Andrew Luck made some great plays.
I'm going with Indy though. Giants and Cincinnati.
Giants.
That
team falling apart. Look, Giants. The consistency of the Giants will prevail.
The inconsistency. Giants. Tennessee at Miami. Miami playing well. I don't know what Joe Philbin and putting the water down there. They buying in.
You trying to mention your name in the rookie of the year. You ain't there, but you trying to mention your name.
Detroit and Minnesota.
Detroit.
They gonna have to bench Christian Ponder. If he go another game or below 150, they gonna have to bench him.
McNabb left some of that juice off him last season. He inherited something in the air.
Hello, Joe Webb. Buffalo at New England.
New England.
By a lot. New England. Atlanta and New Orleans.
This one hard, especially after last week. But
going with New Orleans.
ATL.
Going with New Orleans. I think they're going to try to make something of their season. I don't say they're making the playoffs, but they're not going to quit. So I'm going with New Orleans. San Diego, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. What?
Tampa Bay. I can't argue with Denver, Carolina.
Hayden, man.
Yeah, I think, it's on the road, but that Carolina team ain't doing nothing special. I'm going with Denver. Oakland at Baltimore. Oakland.
Wait, hold up. You keep saying this black hole. This black hole has lost some gravitation.
No, but they're not even playing.
I know.
In Oakland. You know what I see? Darren McFadden coming. And what the Ravens struggle with, they can't stop the run to save their life.
That's what the Ravens do prevail with. Injuries. McFadden's injury prone. He will be injured this game.
If that happens, it's true. But I'm going with Oakland. Now, Carson might throw a couple. That's a given. But I'm going with Oakland. Jets in Seattle.
Ooh.
If it ain't Tebow time after this, he just won't play this year. Seattle is going to put it on him. That 12th man is real. Dallas at Philly. Dallas. Just
Jason Garrett will show.
You know what? It's hard to pick because Vic is just finding ways to make bad plays.
And Jason Garrett is finding ways to be bad coaching.
But I'm going to go with Dallas. I think Dallas is closer to figuring it out than Philly is.
Look,
St. Louis.
Jason Garrett is looking for the unemployment line. He's searching for it.
St. Louis at Frisco.
San Francisco.
Ooh. If St. Louis want to be taken seriously, they'll find a way to win this game. But I don't think they will. Frisco. Houston at Chicago.
No, I couldn't even pick this. I don't.
No, we don't punk out.
Hold up. J.J. Watt versus Tillman. I'm going with my man J.J. Watt.
I'm going with your man J.J. Watt too. Not because of J.J. Watt.
Because of J.J. Watt.
Exactly. Kansas City at Pittsburgh. This shouldn't even be a Monday night game.
I think this
we should have switched this game out. This is ridiculous.
I think there's going to be some post-election coverage going on Monday night. Tune into that.
This game is going to be horrible. It don't matter who play quarterback for Kansas City. I'm going with the Steelers. All right, fantasy. Bye weeks. Cleveland, Green Bay, Arizona, Washington. Govern yourselves accordingly. I told y'all last week Sidney Rice was going to have a big game, and he did. This week, the revenge factor, Vincent Jackson playing San Diego. He's going to look to play big on A.J. Smith, who wouldn't give him his money. If you got him, play him. Next up, New England's whole offense should be played this week. Even the backups. If you got him, play him. Because Buffalo ain't stopping nobody. And then Darren McFadden, like I said, versus that weak Ravens defense, they gave up 105 yards to Trent Richardson last week. Cleveland. Yeah, play him. What you got?
Doug Martin versus that Diego defense. Doug Martin going to have another great game. Try to break that record.
Won't be 200 yards.
Please. That defense is flawed.
Anyways,
Marshawn Lynch versus the Jets D. They can't stop the run. And then I got Philly or Dallas D. It's going to be a low-scoring game, guys.
Yeah, 50-50. All right, NBA. Lakers scuffle early. But are there big problems in LA, or is this just to be expected with all this talent coming together?
Man, all this talent coming together, it's going to be expected. I didn't expect them to do this bad, but they will get it together. The team will work it out. The president said they ain't looking for a new coach unless they start getting to like 5 and 15. Then Mike Brown might see the unemployment line as well. But I expect them to get it together. He said he trusts Kobe, and Kobe said everything is copacetic on the court.
Yeah, that's what Kobe supposed to say. But look,
Kobe.
I'm not even looking at Mike Brown. Mike Brown is the defensive coordinator of that team. Who's supposed to be the offensive coordinator is a gentleman by the name of Eddie Jordan. Eddie Jordan, who used to coach the Wizards, and the Wizards had that nice offense with Gilbert Arenas. Eddie Jordan, who was assistant coach with Byron Scott with the New Jersey Nets, when the Nets had the nice offense with Jason Kidd. Where the heck is it at? Because I don't see it. He ran a motion offense before, and it worked with lesser players. I'm talking Jason Collins and Todd McCullough and Dikembe Mutombo, who was offensively challenged. And then in Washington, you running it with Brendan Haywood and Kwame Brown. Look, I'm just saying, I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe he's outthinking himself. He can coach offense. He can't coach defense to save his life. But he can coach offense. And this present example of the Lakers don't show that. Is James Harden better than we thought?
No.
I'm glad you ain't drinking the Kool-Aid. No, it's been a couple of games.
Man, it's a couple of...
Play 82 games, lead the team into the playoffs, and then we talk about it.
Even if this team, by the grace of God, makes the playoffs, 8 seed, 7 seed, he gonna get shut down. He gonna get shut down because now you got the top 8 teams. And then, let's... If God will open the windows, the gates of heaven, pours down a blessing, and let's say you get to the finals, you got that same Miami Heat.
Are you serious?
That's gonna stop you.
Are you serious?
I said, God intervened, divine intervention, yo.
The rapture would come before that happens. Look, fact of the matter is, James Harden is a nice player. Not taking nothing away from him. He started off on fire. Look, but
6th man of the year. There's a reason you're the 6th man.
No, I ain't gonna say all that. He can start, but he can't be the one on the championship team. Nice player, and the market deserved the money. But pump your brakes on James Harden leading Houston some way important. Are the Knicks for real?
Yeah, they're a real contender without Stoudemire. Speaking of Houston, get rid of Stoudemire. They got cap room for him. Send him there.
Time out. Don't get rid of him. Do what I said do last year. Check the tape. I said bring his sorry behind off the bench. He not sorry, but
he's sorry. That's not.
He don't mess well with Melo. You see how they running right now with Melo. Melo playing the 4. Then you bring Amari off the bench. There ain't nobody on anybody's bench that can guard him. And then he can close out games in the 4th quarter if you need him to, because he's not scared to take a big shot. You keep his minutes in between 25 and 32, he'll be all right. Don't start him when he come back. New York can be for real. Now, for real is not beating Miami. Let me just throw that out there. Miami is the best team in the National Basketball Association, and I don't think it's anybody too close.
Let's just look at the East Coast. Let's look. Who's the contender with Miami right now?
Maybe Boston in the 7-game series, but Boston ain't beating them. Boston will push them. Boston ain't beating them.
Ray Allen motivated like when he broke the 3 record in the playoffs.
Look,
you gonna go to that team and you face Miami. Ray Allen gonna be on fire. Shane Battier gonna be on fire. Look, Rashard Lewis is on fire. Look,
Miami's a good team.
They stacked.
I'm just saying. But the Knicks can be more than relevant if you put Amari on the bench.
Yes.
Don't be scared to say sit your hind parts down and we gonna run this how we've been running this.
His 6th man of the year award.
Hope y'all enjoyed the show. That's all we got for you this week. Remember, hit us up on Twitter at BigDaddie6.
LB Jenkins said, Light Bright J, Light Bright J.
Have a good one.
Anybody wanna go with me?